Hey, my friends, Mark Cunningham at Grace Management. So the lead comes into your office, that owner-client lead comes in. What do? You need to make sure you have a process in place, a follow-up process. So let me just offer some suggestions and thoughts around what this lead follow-up process should look like for you as the property manager. Now, before I do that, if you don't know, I want to let you know that we have partnered with Enterprise Bank and Trust, that you can now utilize the credits, the earnings credits that you get through Enterprise Bank and Trust for everything we have on our PM Build website. You can become a member of our video coaching group, and you don't have to pay a penny for it. You can use your Enterprise Bank and Trust credits each month to help you with that. Our system manual packages, everything we have there. Drop me an email if you're looking at something on our site, and I'll tell you how you can utilize your credits for those things at pmbuild.com. Okay, so number one, the speed of contact matters. Now, if you've heard any conversations around owner lead follow-up, you know this, and this gets talked into the ground. And there's all sorts of stats out there. You know, if you call in the first 3 minutes, then your closing ratio is 90%. If you wait 5 minutes, it drops to 32%. Like, there's just all sorts of stats. But what we just want to remember at the end of the day is the speed of return contact does matter. So if you're not calling them back for 2 or 3 days, don't bother, because you're probably not going to get them at all. And they say, well, Mark, but I'm busy. I mean, I'm doing something. The lead comes in. Well, that's what I want to share number 2 with you. The first thing you should do is automate the first contact. Typically when those things come in, they're by phone or email. That's typically how you're getting them. If it's an email inquiry, that's very, very easy to automate, isn't it? You need to make sure that you have something that is customized that goes out to them. Not just a standard little pop-up on your website, not just a standard little thank you for contacting us, we'll be in touch. You want to have something customizable. By the way, if you're a member of our video coaching group, this month we're talking about this topic in much, much more detail, and I'm giving you all of our templates that we use in this contact side of things. If you're not a member of our video coaching group, then do what I said right here. Jump on there, have Enterprise Bank pay for you to become a member of our video coaching group, and you'll get all of this stuff and more from us that way. But automate that first contact so that automatically goes out to them. Secondly, and you want to do this as quickly as possible, make personal contact in all communication forms. That means if they emailed you and in the email they also gave you a phone call, do both. Don't just email them. Email, phone, whatever they gave you. If they only left a phone number, then call them. If they only gave you an email, then do that. If they gave you both, then do both. We want to make sure we're reaching out to them in the form of communication that they want. You've had the owner client that's like, I just prefer email. That's fine. We'll communicate that way. By the way, we are going to say, but we do want to have a conversation with you, because it's hard to tell sometimes if someone's crazy by email. Much easier to tell if you get on the phone with the person. So we want to do both ideally, but we're going to go for phone first, by the way, if we have both. Now, that's not a right or wrong, but make personal contact. So you automate the first response. Second response is you as quickly as possible, or somebody from your team reaching out doing that. Number 4. Follow up with all the contact info. Follow up with all the contact info they've gave you. That's kind of repetitive, isn't it? But make a contact with all communication forms and then everything phone first. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I get so passionate about a point, I want to make it twice. I guess that's what I was doing here. Before I get to the next fascinating point, I want to thank the sponsor for this video, Latchel. Maintenance is hard, isn't it? One of the reasons our owner clients sometimes call us is because they need help with maintenance. Latchel can be your solution to help you. They can do a full service like everything. The calls come in, they send out the vendors, they do it all. They can do it after hours, just after hours for you, so that you can actually get a sound night's sleep. Your phone won't ring. Latchel will take that call and then decipher what needs to be done. They've got a full suite of services that way. They've been around a long time. They're experts in this. Jump on their website, get a demo, tell them Mark sent you, and find out how they can help you sleep better. That ought to be their tagline. Jen at Latchel, if that's not your tagline, you need to change it to "We help property managers sleep at night." I think that's pretty good. Okay, where was I? Number 5, put your FAQs, your pricing, and your education, all that stuff on your website. When you get on a call with an owner client, and one of the first things we're going to say is, have you been to our website? And if they're like, your website? I didn't know you had one. We're going to kind of stop, and we'll have a shorter conversation with them to give them a couple quick overview points, but we want to push them back to our website. When they say, yes, I have been on your website, I've spent an hour and a half on there, that we know the conversation is going to be easy, because we put as much information on our website as we can about our frequently asked questions. You know the frequently asked questions those owner clients are going to ask you, put them on your website. I believe in putting your pricing on your website. Why hide? You want to have transparent, clear, fair pricing. What better place to put that than on your website? So when they say, well, what do you charge? You say, well, let me send you a link from our website. It'll give you a full breakdown of our costs. Just saved a long conversation, didn't it? Any education you have, make it owner, investor, client friendly, and then push them to the website. Your website can be the greatest marketing tool you have. Just make sure it's education based, not, hey, here's how great we are. Number 6. Now, what if you can't reach them? Okay, the inquiry comes in, and you're like, well, Mark, how many times should I call? Like, should I call every day, every hour on the hour? Because I've heard some people say that, it takes 17 contacts before that potential client becomes a client. I get it, and this is just our personal opinion, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make 2 attempts, no more. We're gonna make an attempt, we're gonna make a second attempt. And you say, well, Mark, that's terrible customer service. I don't think so. Because more than 2 attempts smells like desperation. They reached out to me in the first place. They know how to get a hold of me. So if I call them and email them, like that's 1 attempt. Call, email. There's number 1. Nothing happens. 2 days later, same thing. Call, email. So I guess you could say it's 4 attempts. But we're doing both. We're doing them twice though. And I'm not going to do it beyond that. So the second time I call, I'm not going to say, hey, I'll call you again tomorrow. Because if you have to call them 17 times before they finally call you back, who's in charge of that relationship now? Yeah, they are. You look desperate. So they know how to get a hold of you if they want you. So give them the information, tell them how to reach you, but don't chase. Chasing is ugly. Number 7. Now here's the follow-up you do want to do. So we contact twice. Now they are going to get a monthly educational email from us. If we have their email address, we're going to put them in our drip campaign. You do have a drip campaign, don't you? I hope you do. So every month they're going to get an educational piece from us. They're not going to get something every month telling them how great we are because they don't care. They're going to get something every month that's education focused. And it's amazing how many of those folks will call us 6 months from now and be like, hey, I've been getting your educational videos every month. That's very helpful. I think I'm ready. Oh, okay, great. And they're kind of glad that we haven't been bothering them other than a monthly educational email. So if you want all of our stuff on this, you want to hear this at a much deeper level and see exactly how we do it, join our video coaching group. We're going to put that out this month to that group. You can jump on pmbuild.com. Don't forget, if you're an enterprise bank customer, you can use your credits for that. But we've got everything you can envision on pmbuild.com. We still have some openings to come visit our office the end of April, I believe it is, at our next Visit Grace event. Come spend 2 days with our team, see exactly how we do it. We give you all of our docs, all of our packages. Guarantee that will help you move your business in a whole different direction in 2024. Until next time, my friends, I wish you success.